What's up, y'all? What's up? Thank you guys for tuning into this video. For those of you who do not know, my name is Safiria Imani and I am the creator / mastermind of Inspired Growth. So today's video is just going to be about my college experience, where I went to school at, what are my goals, what are my careers, and just what are my plans. I've gotten a lot of people just asking like, what do you do? Like, how did you get to where you are? What are your interests? And so this is a long overdue video, y'all. So tune in. Okay, so I guess I'll just start off with a quick introduction. So my name is Safiria Imani. I did my undergrad experience at the GREAT Bethune Cookman University. There I majored in psychology with a minor in social work. I then went on to pursue my graduate degree, master's degree at Georgia University, where I majored in and got my degree in higher education administration. So as you can see, I am repping the GREAT Bethune Cookman University. I have my Georgia Southern sticker, Grad of 2020. I even have my academic hood, y'all, for my master's degree. Matter of fact, let me just put it on for y'all real quick. Hold up. Let me see. Let's hope I'm putting it on right. Due to COVID, I wasn't even able to actually wear it, so this is actually my first time like really putting it on, and I think it goes like this. Oop, I hope I have it on right. Whole master's student out here, y'all. Higher education administration. So let's just hop right into it. So on my Inspired Growth Instagram account, make sure y'all follow it. Oh wait, that's my web address. Still follow that. www.inspiredgrowthpop.com. My Instagram is inspiredgrowth_PLP. This is where you'll find all the updates, videos, inspiration, and more. Follow. Even like this video, share it. I asked you guys on my social media accounts about what do you guys want to know about my experience, or what do you guys just want to know in general. So I took it all into account, wrote it down. So I will be going back and forth to my notes. So yeah, so I know I said I was gonna get started, but before I get started, I just want to say y'all came up with some really good questions. It just feels so good that you all just like want to know my experience, want to seek advice, and I'm just like so thrilled to give it out. So now we're about to get started for real. The first question is, what inspired you to choose your field of study? So, like I stated before, I received my Bachelor's of Science degree in psychology with a minor in social work, and then for my master's, this is a long title, I received my Master's of Education in Higher Education Administration degree from Georgia Southern University. I just always had a passion for mental health. I always had a passion and an inkling of just knowing what people think, like knowing how people operate, how they interact, or like how did we get to where we are now, you know? And with higher education administration, I grew that passion for when I became an RA in undergrad. And from there, like, I just fell in love with student activities. I fell in love with just the college life. I fell in love with also mentoring people who was around my age, you know, and it was just a fun experience. Right now, actually, I'm doing a job that's kind of intertwining the two, which that's going to be another video. So keep following me, updates. Just overall, like, I just always had a passion for just like development, education, personal growth, spiritual growth, and just it all. So yeah, and fun fact about me, I like to know fun facts about people, so it just came honestly. Okay, so for question 2 and 3, I'm going to actually put those together. So the question is, how long after graduating from undergrad did you start your graduate program? And after undergrad, is it okay to be confused about your next step? Okay, story time. I have a whole philosophy and theory on this. So just a little bit about my journey. So I graduated from undergrad in May 2017. Before I graduated, I had this grand plan to move to Atlanta and just live my best life and just do my thing. But as you may know, life do not work out that way. Basically, to be transparent, I put all of my eggs in one basket, and that basket just never got filled, or I would say it kind of tipped over. The things that I planned to do just kind of never happened. So honestly, I was really left like, okay, what do I do next? What is my next step? Where do I go from here? I didn't know. Thank God for Bethune Cookman University, because shout out to y'all, I love my alma mater. But thank God for them, because I was able to end up working for them as a graduate assistant for like a year while I was trying to figure things out, but also doing what I like to do. I just want to say that it is perfectly okay if you do not know exactly what you want to do. And let me just say this. Stop letting society or the social media, which I have a love-hate relationship with social media, you know, but stop letting that dictate how successful you are. You don't have to keep going like go, go, go. You can take a break. I always say it's really up to you. If you want to take a break, you can. If you want to go straight into getting your master's degree or whatever, you can. I personally I took a break, and the break happened unexpectedly, but it worked out the way that it should. My best friend, she went straight into school, and she actually think about getting her doctorate degree, so girl, you got it. But she went straight to get her master's degree, you know, but that what worked for her. For me, it didn't work out that way, and honestly, I would say taking a year off was one of the best things that could have happened to me. I was able to kind of refocus to see what I actually wanted to do. I was able to get connected in different areas. So in all honesty, like, it's really up to you. And especially if you're a first generation college student, let me just say this. It's so easy and the pressure is on you, because I've experienced it, of what's next? What's next? What are you doing? Where are you going? You know, I don't know. You know, and that's okay. That's okay, y'all. You know, this is your life that you're living, and you're not living it for anyone else. Let it flow. You know, just let life flow. And you got to do your due diligence by working. But at the same time, like, don't put all that pressure on yourself that you think you gotta just make it happen so fast. Let life speak to you. So the next question has something to do with the GRE. So basically the GRE is an entry test that some graduate schools have you do in order to gain entrance into the university or into like a certain program. I did take the GRE. I took it during my undergrad experience. Bethune Cookman University financial aid department actually paid for half of it. So if you are an undergrad watching this video, check your financial aid office, because you can get it paid for. And hey, I like a good discount. I like a good discount or free. So look into that, because there are resources out there. But also too, I did take the GRE, and this is a biased moment. I don't like it. It's stuff on there literally from high school, equations that I haven't seen in like freaking years, you know? And so the test is annoying. However, I do recommend, if you do want to take the GRE, or if you're applying to a school that requires a GRE, I do think and highly suggest you should study for it. And this one actually goes into the next question of what are the type of things where you consider going to grad school. So if you know that you're not a type of person that's like really good at standardized testing and things, and that school heavily weighs a standardized test, you may need to reconsider, because one thing that I look for is a school going to only look at my test scores? Like, are they only going to look at me as a number, or are you going to look at everything about me? My essays, my references, my standardized scores, my standardized test scores, my grades, you know, my character. what are you going to really look at? And that's something that I looked at in applying to a grad school program. Also, when looking for a grad school program, I also focused on what is this program offering. So at Georgia Southern, my graduate school program was a hybrid program. So it was half online, and it was we met like once a month in class. At first I thought I wasn't gonna like that, but I did want to try something different, give it a try, because I also got a grad assistantship, which I'll be talking about later in the video, so keep on watching. But I wanted something different in my schedule, and I was honestly okay with that. Just some advice for looking into grad schools. These are some things to consider. Your standardized test. Is the program offering a standardized test? Which, side note about that, some universities as of now, due to COVID, are not requiring the test, so look into that. 2, what type of program is it? Is it all online? Is it all in class? Will it work with your schedule? Also, is it out of state? Do you want to be far away from home? 3, that I didn't mention earlier, is what are the benefits? Are you having a grad assistantship? Are they paying you to go to school? Like, what is it? So these are some things to consider. These are some things that I considered when choosing a grad school. Wherever you go, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't let them jitters get the best of you. You'll be good. So in reference to grad assistantships, y'all, you know how people talk about securing their bag? This was me securing my bag. At Georgia Southern University, I had a graduate assistantship with university housing. So basically, I had my full tuition paid for. I had a monthly stipend. I had a place to stay that they paid for. What else? Oh, I had a full meal plan, y'all. I was eating good. A full meal plan, and I got time off. Like a grad assistantship is amazing. It's amazing. Although a grad assistantship is a bag, I always like to say you have to chase a bag with purpose. So meaning, don't go out here getting a grad assistantship that you have no interest in. For example, if you don't like housing, or if you don't like biochemistry research, don't do it. You're not going to thrive as you would thrive in something that you would want to do. So this goes back to being authentic. You got to be authentic with your choices and be authentic in the thing that you choose to do. Don't just get it because it's a, securing a bag, or, they're paying for this or paying for that. You actually have to do things that you enjoy doing and that you would thrive in. So, although it's a bag, chase your bag with purpose, okay? In all honesty, you guys, like, if your program or if your university offers a graduate assistantship program that you are interested in, I say go for it. This was one of the best things that I think the university system has come up with, because 1, it gives us college students a chance to develop. I've learned so much when I did my graduate assistantship. I met so many people. It gave me an opportunity to breathe. It gave me an opportunity to just explore and honestly just grow as a professional and as a human being. So if you have one, or if you're looking for one, I highly suggest that you do it, because it's so beneficial. So this next question I get a lot, and sometimes I still look back and say, how did I do it? But I did it. I'm asked, what was your grad school schedule like? Were you able to have a sensible social life? And how did you discipline yourself? So honestly, you guys, I literally ask myself this all the time, like, how did I do it? I guess I'm a little go-getter. But anyway, honestly, my schedule, what it was, I did my graduate assistantship, I went to school online, and then once a month, I did my in-class sessions. Then my last semester of graduate school, that's when I had my internship, had to balance a lot. This is when I had to practice self-care the most. And self-care to me was like going back home to Florida, or going to get my nails done. Literally my favorite pastime. Well, now I can see my nails. It's one of my favorite self-care things. But Anyway, this is when I really had to practice self-care the most, and this is when I think that you all should practice self-care the most too, because in graduate school you're going to be pulled in so many directions, from family life, school life, work life, and then you got assistantship life, and then trying to be social. My first year, it was a little hard for me at first to adjust because it was a new place, it was a new town, so it was really hard for me to adjust to the schedule. But then as time went on, and then I developed friends, and it just got a little bit more easier, and I had support at the school as well. So yes, I was able to have a social life because I wanted a social life. One of the things that keep me grounded when it comes down to time management is handy dandy planner. Literally, my planner, I'm gonna show y'all one of these weeks. Literally, I write down everything. I color code, look, I can see, I color code. This was my planner from last year, actually. I color code, I mark off things, and I think this is how I stayed grounded, and this is how I stayed, I don't know if you can see, but this is how I stayed like together, is writing everything down. So I would say when you have a lot going on, especially in grad school, it's just a given. Like, you're gonna be tied up with schoolwork and things like that, but have a planner or have something to keep you organized, because that's gonna go a long way, you guys. And then you're able to pencil in that self-care. You're able to, pencil in some extra things that you want to do, but write it all down so you won't forget, or however you choose to do it. But planners are literally my life. And this is my new planner, side note, for this year. Super excited. I'm actually going to be designing planners and notebooks pretty soon. Be on the lookout. The thing I do want to say is, if it's stressing you out to a point to where you just do not have your mental sanity and you just can't group back in, that's okay too. That's okay. It was days in grad school when I was like, what am I doing? I have a lot going on. I have work. I have all these deadlines. It was just a lot. But you'll be able to make it through. Prioritize yourself, prioritize yourself. Have these conversations with your supervisors. If you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you're feeling like, okay, I just need a break, use your voice, okay? A lot of people think because we're young, we can't take off, or we can't, have these conversations. But no, be transparent, because you're going to need it in the end, and that's how you're going to make it through grad school, is being transparent with your bosses, or with your supervisors, I would say. Be transparent, you guys. Your voice matter in the workforce too. So the next couple of questions has to do with what were some of my biggest challenges in grad school and in undergrad. So I would have to say, for undergrad, it would be staying focused and overcoming distractions. So I'm a first generation college student, so everything was just so new to me, it was just new to me, new environment, new place, and it's just a lot of distractions that can happen, both positive and negative. And you have to kind of be strong-willed of okay, no, I'm not going to dibble into this, or oh, this can wait for later, or oh, this may not be for me. Also, one of the challenges I had to do or deal with is having the weight of my shoulder of making it, you know what I mean, or making it all happen. I think a lot of first generation college students feel that way, and honestly, that's a lot of pressure, because you feel as though if you go the wrong way, or if you do the wrong thing in undergrad, is that your family may look at you differently or something. But nah, this is when you have your conversations with your family about hey, I'm trying my best, and they'll see that. So I would say an undergraduate was just the pressures of being a first generation college student, staying focused, and just overcoming distractions. For grad school, definitely I would say adjusting to a new environment and a new schedule. So don't get me wrong, I like change. But however, you guys, I moved to a totally different state. I moved to Georgia, Statesboro, Georgia at that. And it was just new for me, just a new environment, not what I'm used to. So I'm from St. Pete, 727 to my city. And here it's a lot to do here. Even in Daytona, honestly, I had fun in Daytona. It was a lot for me to do there. But from where I'm from and what I'm used to, is things for me to do. It's more of a fast-paced environment. And with Georgia Southern, it was just more of like a steady pace. I didn't know anyone there, so it's just readjusting to the new environment. But the more I like got out of my shell, the more I started making those connections, talking to people. That's when I started to become like more comfortable. And that's when I just started to flourish, y'all. Like, I really spread my wings at Georgia Southern, and honestly, I thank God for that experience at Georgia Southern University. Shout out to the housing team. You guys were amazing because you guys also helped shape my experience. And yeah. So somebody also asked me, were there any undergraduate regrets that I had, and if I could go back, what would I do differently? See, although I was like heavily involved at Bethune Cookman, I would say going or doing the things that I wanted to do, but I didn't do it because I was afraid of what other people were going to say, or I just didn't do it because I didn't really want to put myself out there like that. If God has given you the idea to do it, you just gotta do it. And that's one of the things I would say. I'm not even gonna call that a regret because life just planned out the way that it should and you never know why. But I would say still just, going out for some of the things that I actually wanted to do and being confident in that decision, But either way, in life you're gonna have things that woulda, shoulda, coulda. Don't dwell on it, but use that as a learning experience for your next experience. The next question is, how did I stay motivated? Say first, God. There has been many times where I did not know where my next direction was going to be. I did not know how I was going to get through things in grad school and in undergrad as well. But grad school was just such a different feeling for me. Maybe because I'm growing into my womanhood, it was just different. And so I went through a lot of things, not just school wise, but emotional wise and just personal wise, to where it was like, God, I don't know if I can do this, but I was highly favored and I was able to complete it and complete it being strong. A good support system. Oh my gosh, my friends, my family, shout out to you guys, because without y'all, I don't know where I would be. And just the encouragement to keep pushing through, because it was some days I was like, I'm done. I am done. I want to leave. This is not what I want to do. But I stuck it through because of God and my support system. I will also have to say, get mentors too. That's very important. One of my mentors I met at a conference, and we've been talking ever since. One of my mentors I had from undergrad. One of my mentors I actually got during my internship. So it's just, honestly, develop a relationship with people. Authentic, and I cannot stress this enough. Authentic relationship with people, because that's going to carry you a long way. A lot of self-reflection. That's how I stayed motivated. This is when you have to get real with yourself of what you can do, what you may need improvement in. It's all a professional journey. It's all a personal journey. I think with all of those combined, that's how I'm able to be here, and that's how I got this academic hood. Okay. Okay, so to wrap things up, I'm going to wrap it off with just advice that I would give to freshmen coming into school, or even people who's in undergrad or people who's thinking about going to grad school. So for freshmen who are in undergrad, live your life and enjoy your undergrad experience. Be mindful of those temptations. Be mindful of those distractions. Have fun, but don't be blinded to what's going on around you, and just live your best life. These are the years that you are going to remember forever, okay? And for my grad students, y'all, just know that you are where you are supposed to be. No matter where you are in life, this is where life has taken you, and this is where you should embrace it. But this is your time in grad school to flourish. This is the time where I really started to really get down to the nitty gritty of who I am and what is Safiria Imani doing, So take this time to discover yourself, get to know the ins and outs, build those relationships with people, develop a plan for yourself. Because honestly, God's plan, that's a real plan. But sometimes you gotta meet God halfway or whatever for you guys to make one big plan, and just go where life take you, and don't take life so seriously. Enjoy it. And that's the best advice I could give to my college students out there, enjoy your life, do your thing. School is just school, and school is just gonna be school. We know that. But have fun in the process and enjoy this moment that you're in, y'all. All right, y'all, so I really enjoyed making this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, just go out there and be great. In the meantime, make sure you guys subscribe to my emailing list at www.inspiredgrowthplp.com. I also have some amazing things coming out for Inspired Growth, so be on the lookout. Be sure to like, follow, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about this video. Send this to somebody who may need it, and let me know what you think. So peace and light, you guys, and continue to just flourish.